What's up, everybody? It's your boy 77TCG, and today we have another episode of Trading Card Gambit, and today we'll be talking about Counter Blessings, the new Flesh and Blood card from the Rosetta set. If you guys don't know what Counter Blessings is, it's a 2-cost instant. It comes in red, yellow, and blue. And basically what it says is you gain life for each copy of it in your graveyard. I don't remember the total number if you were to play all of them together, but it's a lot. And we're starting to see a lot of decks adopt this. One of my friends just top forward Battle Hardened Sydney. I think it was Battle Hardened, right? I believe it was Battle Hardened. On a Counter Blessings Florian deck. I actually have his list built right behind me. And I seen it when it first came out. And I was like, okay, this is a cute card, I guess. But like, no one's really going to play this card. Like, this card actually isn't that good. And then, slowly, more people started like talking about it. I haven't seen a lot of builds, but people are talking about it. My first time actually playing with the card was my Silo deck, which at the time of recording this, I don't know if I've ended up recording, or sorry, I've recorded, but I don't know if I've uploaded a deck tech with a Cilio running 9 Contra Blessings. If I have, hey, hopefully you enjoyed that video. If I haven't, there's no video with the Cilio. You didn't hear me say that. Hopefully that worked, right? But so, but that build was able to use it pretty well because obviously you can discard the Counter Blessings intentionally, draw cards, dig through, and get your graveyard filled, so you can get that really big spiky damage or spiky healing off of Counter Blessings. Uses it fantastic. Some people started playing in Verdant, and in Verdant that makes sense. You're trying to gain life in Verdant. Thematically, that's some of the things that you're trying to do. Like, I remember people using Call the Grave. I even made a tweet talking about like Call of the Grave. Now it's a cryptic tweet. I'm talking about 3 other heroes, but basically it's about a Counter Blessings tweet. It's talking about some of the best users of it. And literally I was like, okay, Acilio, it's an instant. Makes sense. Verdance, heals, makes sense. And then it wasn't until that I seen some Florians using it. And I was like, okay, I guess if you're some OTK variant, I guess it's fine. I don't really see the natural synergy because it's not an earth card, it's not an action card, so you can't decompose it. Maybe it's okay. Who knows? And then, hey, my friend top forward with it. Dude, awesome. Cool. I already started to have some thoughts about it before this, but I think watching him top 4 that would solidified it. That I don't know if Counter Blessings is a mistake. I don't think it's a mistake. The issue that we're running into is, I think, short term, like very short term, like maybe the next 3 months. I think it's actually literally just going to ruin the game. I think absolutely it is the worst thing ever designed. Short term. Now, long term, who knows? I think there are definite counters to something like this. Are they obvious? Yes, like some of them are obvious, some of them are not obvious. But I think the biggest issue with it is it almost seems that you don't have to give up a ton to run this package. And what made me understand that is I was against a Dawnblade Dory. And I was playing the Country Blessings Flooring deck. And I'm just sitting there macking them. They're taking the AB. They can't gain life. I didn't think it mattered. And then randomly, they just AB1 and block. And I'm like, what the heck? I guess their hand sucks. And on the late turn, they play Counter Blessings. And I'm like, no, sorry. They go Dawnblade Counter Blessings. And I'm like, no, there's no way. I was like, this deck is playing it too? And like, I didn't know if it was just this one person, but I'm saying like 2 people had a deck tech on Dory with fucking Counter Blessings. And I was just like, oh no, here we fucking go. And I was like, no, we can't do this. It can't be this deck too. This deck cannot be another deck. Literally seconds afterward, One of my friends talks about how they had to play 100 HP fucking Counter Blessings Betsy. They won, and I was just like, oh god, here we fucking go. And in that Don Blade Dory game, I lost the game because I conceded. You know why? I was at 89 life. 89 life, ladies and gentlemen. My opponent was at like 30. We both had weapons that came in for 3. I mean, mine pinged 1. So, like, my weapon was a little bit stronger, but I had less cards in deck because I was actually playing cards more often. And what I realized was our game was not even close over. And this was like on turn 32. And I've seen some really horrible tweets about what time people's games are ending, like turn 40, turn 45. Someone said they had an 80 turn game, and the only reason they couldn't play is because like Talishar bugged and like wouldn't let them progress or something. So like, who knows how much longer they could have played that game? That's horrible. That's so fucking horrible. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm overreacting. I genuinely thought I was overreacting. I was like, maybe someone's just trying it out. Then I played against a Victor. Same Florian deck. Turn 1, dude plays Counter Blessings. And I'm like, come on, man, not this. And I was like, not this deck too, not this deck too, not this deck too. And then lo and behold, next turn they go CNC, and I'm like, I'm playing around a fucking pummel. And I'm like, okay, cool. They're gonna pummel me. I'm fucked. I just no blocks. And they go Counter Blessings, and I'm like, that's when I was like, this isn't right. This is not right. I've won a lot of the mirror matches that involve Counter Blessings, but like this is not okay. Again, short term, this is not okay. So let's talk about it in 2 different ways: short term versus long term, and the levels of play that this affects. So let's talk about short term versus long term first. Short term, everyone's literally going to be jamming it in their fucking deck. Well, a large amount of people are going to be jamming in their deck. And here's the issue. If we find out this is the best thing you can be doing, again, short term, you have one of 2 options. You can join the crowd and also play a Counter Blessings deck. That's literally going to make every fucking round go to time. Like, every single round is going to go to time. And there's nothing we're going to do about it. Dude, half of these slow fucks playing Flesh and Blood anyway went to time. Dude, the amount of times I'm like, the round's over. Who the fuck's still playing? And it's some fucking illusionist player against some fucking guardian player, or it's some Azalea or some deck. I'm like, bro, you had 55 minutes. What did you do for those 55 minutes? And it'd be like 27 to like 20. They both have half their deck, and I'm like, bro, what are we fucking doing? Now you're handing these same soul fucks, these fucking disgraces to humanity, a deck that says you can just gain like probably a net 7. It's probably like, oh God, hold on. You're probably in the 50s or 60s with how much you can gain if you play every single one in order of like blue, yellow, red. Again, I don't remember the math, but I know it's fucking high. You're telling every single deck you can have that much more effective health. And yeah, the argument is, oh, but Cypher, that means they can't block. What decks besides Azalea, which would force them on you, is all about on hits? Like, what deck is going like, fuck, you better block this shit, because if you don't, this is going to happen. That's not forcing it on you. There's a lot of decks that are just doing fucking numbers. Like, think about the previous format. Zen, numbers. That's why he was the best. He was just the best numbers deck. The counters is in. We're just trying to disrupt him so he could not do the numbers. That's all it was about. But the disruption they're doing wasn't like coming in for like fucking a million, because that's not how disruption works. It was coming in for measly amounts of damage, but the Zen had to respect it. Now we're in a similar situation where most of the decks in the format are just doing numbers. And for someone says, but Siphon, look at the Earth Heroes! Well, number 1, the Earth Heroes are still playing fucking Contra Blessing, so thank you for proving my point. 2, it's not like on hit this stuff happens. There's a few on hits, yes. Most of it's on attack, right? Like the decompose cards happen when you decompose, which happens before you actually physically swing. So you not having the 3 bucks don't fucking matter. Because it's not like, oh no, I got attacked. Ah, he's gonna hit me. What happens when he hit me? You take the damage. What? Oh shit, what else happens? Nothing. What? Hold on, I'm gonna turn my fan. You're telling me nothing else happens? It's just the fucking damage. Why the fuck wouldn't you just jam 9 counter blessings in your deck? Heck, they're fine late game, so just fucking pitch them if you have to. And some of like the quick counters that people like know immediately off the top of your head. Reaping Blade, obvious counter to this deck. So now you're forced to play Rune Blade, which now narrows down the field of what you can play to counter this stuff. And then you're forced to play the Reaping Blade. Reaping Blade is not a bad weapon, don't get me wrong. But like now you can't play a lot of other ones. You can play the Dread Scythe, but now you need to up your blues, you know, and stuff. And again, Dread Scythe, fine weapon. Again, Rune Blade card. Siphon, Poison the Well! Dude, it's finally time for Poison the Well! Okay, cool. So, when are you playing the Poison the Well? When are you playing this Poison the Well? Because you have 3 Poison the Well. They have 9 counter blessings. Now, let's say they do it a couple times. They're fucking dabbing and yeeting on you, right? And they're going to try to gain 6 on off of them. You go Poison Well, boom. You dealt 6. Good fucking job, man. Next turn, they find another one. Boom, they gained 7. Do you have another one? Let's say next turn, you find another Poison Well. You're fucking dabbing. You're eating. You're doing the fucking... what is this? The Millie Rock or some shit? I don't fucking remember. You're excited. And they play another one. But you're like, guys, I have another one. 8 damage upstairs. You did a 2-card like what? 8 and 6? 14. You did a 2-card 14. Dude, you're fucking... Oh, dude, you're the fucking king of this world right now. And they play another one next turn to gain 9. So far, they've gained 16. And you saw 7. And you saw, what did I say, 14? So they're still up 3. They're still up 3. And you're like, Siphon, it's fine. I got the last one right fucking here. And they're going to go, count your blessings. Time to gain 10. You're going to go like, 10 damage upstairs. Fuck you and your parents and your whole entire bloodline. And they're going to go like, wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I'll go and play another. I'll go and just play another one next turn. Gain 11, and then gain 12. Like now, you have to start holding it and be like, okay, they're gonna gain 7. I kind of want more value out of this. So now this is gonna happen free. It's just like, no, there probably is a mathematical best point to fucking play the Poison Lord. I don't know the math of like when the most efficient times are when they're gonna get enough to where the 1 card is fine. Like obviously 1 card 4, 1 card 5, 1 card 6 is good. But is it like you're okay with getting that? Because again, you only have 3. They have 9. They have 9. So you really have to know when you're doing it. And also, are you going to IP yourself for this shit? Or are you just going to make your fucking deck worse for this card? Some decks, it's fine, because it's a blue. If you're playing a Scylla, you can discard it. It's fine. There are countermeasures. But like, now, every deck, just like when fucking loses, has to now play Poison the Well. If that becomes what the adaptation is. Or they have to play Reaping Blade. Thank you for now, like, pressing in the things I have to do. Isn't that, like, because, like, the idea was you want to widen the things you can do. But if this becomes this, it is now closing amount the things you can do. It's either you join them, or you try to tech for them. But again, you can put 3/4 tech slots in for them. They still have 9 copies. And then what happens if you're both playing Reaping Blade, right? Let's say you're both playing fucking Floor and you're both playing Reaping Blade. Now you just have fucking 9 cards that suck. Now, you can side them out. Can you side all of them out and your deck still makes sense? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, that might just be the adaptation, is if you're playing a Rune Blade that's playing Counter Blessings, you just side them out in the mirror. So now you have more cards that block, you have more cards that do something. But another positive, like this actually is a positive for Counter Blessing, because I want to talk about this quick, is like, it's one of the really nice things that allows the range of what you can do in hands. Especially as a control deck. Like, imagine like Odom. If for some reason you like Endless Wintered and your opponent's blocked out, and now you're going with 4 cards in hand, you're like, no, Odom may not be the best example because Odom can actually use all the cards for like a big attack, right? But let's just say like, I don't know, You didn't have like an attack that made sense. Like it was just a bunch of like a shitty blues, like fucking like like fucking what's it called? The fucking 6 power ones that are blue that are dog shit, right? Imagine that's what you can attack with, or attack with your hammer. You'd probably just rather attack with your hammer, right? But now you would be able to attack with your hammer. I think Sledge gets a lot better like this, right? You can go Sledge, use the 2 resources, boom, counter blessings. You can actually use your full hand. I think a Sledge Bravo or a Sledge Victor deck might actually spawn off of this. That's interesting. It's something to note, right? But circling back. Short term, the way this is going to impact the meta is not healthy. Let's just be real. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's Siphon, you're just being dramatic." Like, guys, we have to think about this holistically. We have to think about the wider picture. Like, then this is where I'm gonna flow into the level you're playing at the tip top high levels. It's probably fine. We're probably gonna find out about worlds. This is not the best thing you can be doing. Some damage checking deck, or some hyper aggro deck that won't let them breathe will probably put all this to bed and you just can't freely do this. But that's like the top like 5-10%. What about the bottom 90? That's literally going to get their shit kicked in because none of them know how to play against fatigue. None of them know how to play late game. Half of them don't even know they have a fucking weapon half the time. I don't know. I don't know what they think is in their weapon slot. But like I never see them. They'll be like, swing my weapon for 4, or play this card that deals 4 damage. And you're like, oh, just swing the weapon. And they're like, right, attack for 4 with my card. And they're just staring at you, and you're just like contemplating, like calling the fucking police on them or some shit. And you're like, I need them to get fucking deported somehow. Like any way they can be separated from me before I kill them is more the most optimal thing that can happen right now because they will fucking die by my hands if they're around me for any longer, right? I fucking hate these people. I swear. And like a large portion why this is a problem is literally because of the bad Flesh Emblem players. I'm just being real. Bad Flesh Emblem players are going to get fucking curd stomped by this. Or people that are unprepared are going to get fucking curd stomped by this. And I think that is the majority of the player base. It's the vast majority of the player base. It's like, what are they going to fucking do? What are they going to... Bro, they literally couldn't handle fucking Healing Bomb and fucking Dash. I would play a fucking Healing Bomb and Dash in Game 3 and people go like... Yep. Yeah, so much life gain, so much life gain. I'm like, what do you mean so much life gain? I gained like 18 fucking life in this deck. What are you talking about? They couldn't handle that, and that's at fucking almost at sorcery speed. That's at like fucking action speed without no go again. And it fucking blocks too. You're telling me I can play an instant or at any point in time and gain more life per individual cards, and let me tell you. My friend's Florian deck, it was really using Counter Blessing as well, because you know what it did? It played Thirst Bloom Life. You know what Thirst Bloom does? For how much life you gain, make that many rune chance. So imagine you're doing one of your Lego ones and you gain 12, and you go like Thirst Bloom. You're trying to make 13 fucking rune chance, because life also gains life. Because some go like, oh, it's safe and you can't do math. It's fucking Thirst Bloom Life, you fucking twat. Shut the fuck up. But like, bro, people couldn't handle fucking Odom gaining life sometimes because it's hard to find out. You're telling me they're going to be able to handle counter blessings? That scales? Come on, bro. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. Like I said, when we go to like the World Championship, when we go to Pro Tours, if there is a counter blessings deck that's not exactly Verdant's, I would be very shocked. And I would be shocked if it did super well. Because people are going to know about this. Like, if you're anyone that calls yourself a pro player at this point, and you don't know about this deck, or you have no idea how to fight against this deck, go ahead and just fucking hang it up, bro. Hey, this game isn't meant for you. Go ahead. Hey, don't argue with me. Don't argue with me. Hang it the fuck up, bro. You never had the makings of a varsity athlete, bro. Go ahead and pack it the fuck up. Don't talk back to me. Pack it the fuck up, bro. Click off this video. Take your fucking jersey off and pack it the fuck up, bro. You ain't meant, bro. You ain't meant. This is where real man fucking go. Bod clone. It's empty as shit, by the way. I just not seeing. I don't even know why it's on there, but imagine there was some in there. I'm scared. I really am scared. I'm really am scared for the lower The lower tier players. Twitter. Oh, Twitter's gonna have a fucking field day with this. I can already fucking imagine. I already hate literally 90% of people that use Twitter. And yes, this includes people I follow and I call friends. I hate you when you tweet. Shut the fuck up. Don't tweet ever again. Most of your tweets are you fucking whining about something. No, dude, why do I feel like every other day? Fucking side rant, by the way. Why do I feel like every fucking day I'm on Twitter? Like, I'm just gonna log on Twitter, bro. Everyone's going like, oh, the judges, the judges, the judges, the judges, the judges. And it's just like, oh, okay. That's okay. And then you'll back up like a week and be like, everyone's like, oh, Fabric is getting the cards early or something. And it's just like, no, they're not. But if they are, who cares? And then another fucking one. And it's just like week after week, it's a week, it's complaining. I'm just like, bro, shut the fuck up. We don't care. We literally don't care. Like, dude, the amount of people I've had to unfollow and block, not because I actually hate them as a person. It's just like, oh, it's just another fucking tweet about them fucking whining about something. Side note, all I'm gonna say is, oh, now people are complaining about Kano again because he won a fucking battle harm. I literally, and I in my J-Bomb voice, literally told all of Twitter, people in DMs, people IRL, Kano's exactly fine. Have you not seen what the fuck we're getting out of this new set? And that was before we got all of the cards. Dude, some of these comments were fucking broken, and I'm like, God, thank God they banned the tomes, or Kano might be tier fucking 0 or some shit. Like, have you played against a LL Kano deck recently? What the fuck is that shit? God, I thought I was gonna play fucking Verdance in Chicago. I'm playing fucking Kano. What in the horse shit is this? Have you seen, dude? If you have a Kano friend that like even likes to play LO, please just for one game, have him put a Kano LO deck together, and then just tell him like that he promises not to fucking brick, bro. That shit is fucking insane. Just fucking insane. Yes, Kano needed the fucking bans. And it's like everyone's like, but he can't draw 2. He can't draw 2. What are we gonna do, goddamn? And it's just like, sorry, I need to not do that. Sorry. But it's like, this is how I feel. It's just like people just fucking talking. And it's like, okay, stacking harder. We've established that. Dude, you can run with that fucking point for like 20,000 fucking miles until I see your face. However the fucking song goes. I don't fucking know, man. We get that. But his tempo matchups and his cycle flip matchups did not need tome. If you found a tome, you felt fine. You're not going to be like, fuck, man. Fuck. You're not going to be like, fuck, man, I got a fucking tome? No! Wait, what did I just throw, by the way? Oh, I just sorted those cards. Huh. I don't think I made a good choice doing that. Well, I guess I have work to fucking do later. Bro, that shit fucking exploded. Jesus, bro, you see? I mean, you can't see that shit, but you can see that shit, bro? Dude, I fucking dabbed all over that shit. Okay, wow, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, the tomes were mostly there for stacking matchups, and they added velocity in every other matchups. But and literally, this is what I said, and I am not a one to show screenshots, but you know, some of the people that watch this video, you know what I sent you. All I said was, this knocks the fucking top end off of Kano, allows for those random bullshit wins that happen out of nowhere. Like, it's fine. And then I remember fucking Fino, I'm calling you over this. You're like, what makes you think he's fine? What do you mean it's fine? And I'm like, Fino, I just explained it to you, bro. Yes, you knocked the top end. It was like, in theory, if they only banned Bonds and then they hit like Transverse or a Kasai or something. Like, Zen would have still been fine. It's just his top end is now lower. And that's exactly what happened here. It's like, please, I beg anyone to read some of these fucking cards that they printed, and you tell me that these are okay cards. Like, even some of the shitty ones. Like, I think Popular Bubble's fucking dog shit. It still just kills an aura. It still just kills a fucking Trailblazing Aether. Horrible. It's literally still like, I'm gonna fucking activate Crucible, Trailblazing Aether. 4 go. 4. If you tick all 4, I get go again. What are you gonna do about it? You gonna give me cards? Or are you just want me to keep hitting you? It's like imagine comparing that to like I'm gonna come in for one. If I deals more than one, I'm gonna opt a card. Actually, I mean that one card did, but I'm gonna like I'm gonna move one energy counter off of something. Hey man, if you're not playing imagine doing that and someone's not playing Tunic. It's only a fucking -2. I think I just healed my opponent 2 fucking life at that point, because I could have done anything else, but I chose to fucking send. I forgot what that card's fucking called at that point. But what about actual factual zap? What about actual? Okay, Aether Dart's a little bit different because of, like, illusionist and all that stuff. But it's like we don't play these cards anymore. We play Read Destructive Aether Tide. Read Destructive Aether Tide. Read it again, and then read it a third time. Overflow. Bro, the amount of times I four spell comboed people with a wildfire is fucking insane. Dude, half of the time I'm searching the Alpha of Lessons. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna fuck my opponent up. I don't need this fucking Blazing Aether that guarantee kills him. I'm just gonna overflow and fucking quad spell this motherfucker. I mean, half of the time, it's just a Blazing Aether afterward anyway. But it's like, dude, it unlocks so much. Open the floodgates. Oh no, I can't draw 2, except I paid 2 to draw 2 while still dealing damage. Oh god. Shut the fuck up, every last one of you. Shut the fuck up. Dude, the amount of people that were like, Kano's fucking dead. How the fuck are you gonna play Kano? If you have a Kano friend, hug your Kano friend right now. Kano's fucking dead. He literally ruined my game experience. I wanted to quit because of Kano. And then everyone's like, yep, unplayable deck, D tier. And then literally after wins one of them, everyone's like, alright guys, fucking ban this shit. Get him out. Get him the fuck out, bro. Get him the fuck out. We can't have this toxic fucking hero here. I'm just like, bro, come the fuck on, man. Come the fuck on, man. Jesus. My God. Gee, I can't focus, man. I can't focus. I literally can't focus. Everyone's just such a fucking idiot. Alright, side ran over. Whoop. Alright. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I'm okay. I think. Am I okay? I think I'm okay. I think I spit on my mic though. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Yeah, you're gonna watch me do all this shit live too. Yes, sir. But but yeah, counter blessings. Like long term, I think we're fine. Short term, I think we're fucked. High level, I think it's fine. Low levels, I think you're fucked. Now, I think CC is the only real format that should be impacted by this. I don't believe in this deck. Again, unless you're maybe Verdance and LO. I don't see any deck being able to get away with this in LO. Maybe I might turn out to be wrong. I hope I'm not. I really hope I'm not wrong here. Blitz, I mean, you're running 6. Are we really, unless your name is Yoji, really running Counter Blessings in fucking Blitz? Like, are we coping that fucking hard, ladies and gentlemen? Are we really? Hey, dude, if you think you got the fucking thought, that you're gonna play fucking Counter Blessings and Blitz, go ahead. Is it a common or a rare? It's a fucking rare, right? Hold on, I have one like right here. Hold on, I have one like right here. Is it a common or a rare? I swear I have one like right here somewhere. Hey, my code full of verdant shoots. I've been looking for that. Okay, it's a rare. So, like, we're fine. We're fine in commoner. But, like, in commoner, I definitely don't think you would fucking play that shit. Like, Ira maybe could. Maybe. I doubt that they. I doubt that they would. Maybe everyone's just that bad. Every commoner player is that fucking bad that they can get away with that. I don't fucking know, man. But kind of going back to overarching point. The inevitable arms race that's going to happen in the short term is either you have to play a Counter Blessings deck, or you have to find a way to beat that. And the ways to beat are very niche. Now, let's recap some of the good ways that you can beat Counter Blessings. If you're a wizard, Kano, like Lily Fahad, I believe if what I got told was correct, my friend was at like 90 something and Fahad still killed them in their top 4 match. The Verdance combo with healing potions and all that stuff. Your combo can range anywhere from like 40 to upwards to 80, depending on like everything that's kind of going on. So like that's fine. Acilio, the pitch dot combo that I play, can deal upwards of 100 damage on a turn cycle, so you're kind of fine there. The only issue is in that deck, you're not doing any chip damage at any point other than your combo turn, so maybe you're fucked. I'm not sure. Decks that have really good fucking weapons. If you have a really, really good weapon you can rely on, and that's so you're not actually losing cards. Like, I think Control Dash. I think Control Dash is a big winner. Because if everyone's like trying to play this shitty fucking healing cleric ass shit, bro, Control Dash just looks at it and says 15 every turn. Not losing a card. 15. 15. 15. While also chipping you the whole entire game. And then also 15. I think another deck that is fine. I think Illusionist. So actually, here's one thing. Here's one thing I had an argument with a friend about. And if anyone in that region is a big Illusionist player, I probably should have asked Fino when I was talking to him about it. But if the Prism Loop was still around, like the normal Prism Loop, like with tomes, with Figment of War, could you beat Life Gain before you fatigue? Now, obviously, I know it's depending on when you combo off how many cards in your deck, how many cards are in your soul. But it's interesting because one of your ways to beat fatigue was Figment of War and all that shit. I'm curious. I'm very curious. But like I said, good weapon. Stackable damage. Now the other one is a little bit harder because I've even seen aggros struggle with it sometimes. If you're hyper aggro, like absolutely just like dumpster aggro, right? If you can just keep them on the back foot, constantly smash them, you can possibly get there before they gain too much life. Like, is how possible? Because I've seen an Aurora, I've seen a Glasscan Aurora deck struggle. Second, if a Glasscan Aurora deck is struggling, what does that say about every other deck, right? Because at least week 1, she seems to be the premier aggro deck. So if the premier aggro deck can struggle, keywords can struggle, that doesn't bode well for a lot of other aggro decks. That does not bode well. I think the biggest way to change all this, and this will be the adaptation that I believe we'll see at Worlds. Now, I do need to relook over the card pool to see how possible this is. But I think the biggest way you can punish this is actually have on hits. One of the reasons that people can get away with this is when I start this, when I talk about the start of the video, you're not punished for taking, like, getting hit. You're not, like, taking any damage. You're not punished. But if a deck comes out with a lot of on hits, this is where I think if they didn't ban Bonds, obviously Zen would be a thing. But if for some odd reason they killed Zen, but Katsu was still a thing, Katsu I think could do pretty well because he can do chip damage with Kodachis, but also he has on hits. So that would have been something interesting. I don't know how well Azalea does into this because Azalea has on hits. Azalea has disruption as well. It's something I'll have to play. I'll probably ask my friend Vero and probably Will as well about how Azalea is doing into the life gain. Can they just kill them before they can gain too much life? Can they disrupt enough? Again, I'm not sure about that. That's something that's very interesting. But that's one of the ways that you can fix all this is just add more on hits. Like, punish players that are not willing to actually block. That's just trying to drain tank. Now, some might say, oh, we have things like Weakest Link. We have things like CNC. Well, yes, but we need more of that. And the slight issue becomes with those cards specifically, because they're aiming to strip cards, is if you Weakest Link me, I'm just going to play the counter blessings, so like nothing really happens. When CNC, if it's like if the counter blessings in my arsenal, I'm just gonna play it in response. So we're gonna need different kind of. We're gonna need beneficial on hits, or we're gonna need on hits that are like detrimental, that are more than just like, oh, you lose a card. we're gonna need on hits that say like imagine Remorseless, but like another card that's like Remorseless, where yes, you can play around by displaying instants, but now you have low benefit on your turn of like playing out cards. For example, I see some people going E-Pot, just looking at E-Pot counter blessings, and they try to play a normal turn. But now you have the Remorseless kind of ticking some of that back down. Or if there was like mill, for example, if it was like on hit mill, some cards, I think that would fix some stuff too. I think there's a lot of play design room that can fix this problem. Hopefully, it doesn't even become that level of problem where we have to start intentionally printing cards for this. It's gonna be interesting to see where everything goes. Very interesting. So that's gonna be the end of the video. Hopefully, you guys learned a thing or two about what's been happening in the meta. Like I said, short term, I think it's going to be great. Long term, stick in there. I think we'll be okay. So, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, favorite, subscribe, comment down below what you guys want to see next. It's been your boy Siphon from Siphon TCG. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.